You're now tuned into Psyk's weekly Nerf dosage.
Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome to episode 112 of PWND. In this episode, it's about the NEX K-Force Blaster. I think it's just a combination of two, so there's not going to be any annotations, just one particular part. Alright, first of all, I'm very happy to say that I just happened to chance upon the KNEX line, or the K-Force line by NEX, being offered here locally in Singapore at Hamleys. So if you guys don't even know that there's a Hamleys here, it's huge. It's located just above Dhoby Ghaut train station, right next to Plaza Singapura. So if you guys are interested, go check it out. Unfortunately, they don't carry the Hamleys triple shot, but they do carry I guess a selected Nerf line, as well as the NEX K-Force blasters. So these are the two that I went ahead to get. The reason why I didn't get the rest is because performances between all the NEX K-Force blasters are all the same. It's just the same plunger tube or the plunger firing system, and it's a separate part altogether. You guys have already seen enough reviews online. So I went ahead and I got these two because there was a salesman and he was telling me, hey, if you buy this one, the small one, which is one of the cheapest of the line, which is about $29.90 Sing dollars, a bit expensive. He said that if you buy these two, you can combine them into a new blaster. So I was pretty interested in that. I thought about it, took about a couple of weeks to mull over it, and I was like, you know, why not? Let's just give it a shot. Now the bigger blasters, if you buy them, they go, I mean, the price range is about maybe between $9.99 to $49.99 and $69.99, I think so. But if you guys buy the bigger blasters, it comes with stuff like the target board. It comes with the ability to create different combinations right out of the box, so you don't have just one way of assembling it, you have more than one. So I got this, which is called the K-Force Build and Blast. I mean, that's a really long line by NEX. It's like NEX K-Force Build and Blast. That's the whole line, the name of it. So this one is called, it's called the K10X building set. Okay, it's called K10X. It just looks like a very long-ish shaped pistol. Very strange looking, I think, because, you know, it's so long. But yeah, that's because of the trigger system. And then I went ahead and I got this one as well, which is the NEX K-Force Build and Blast Mini Cross. So I got these two, took them out of the box, and I was thinking, you know, it says so at the bottom over here, if you combine these two, you can actually make a brand new blaster. And I was really interested in that because this is a double barrel blaster, but it looked like it only had one firing handle. So I was like, I wanted to know whether it was going to be a shotgun style with two shots, or is it a single trigger and you kind of, you know, only just prime whatever side that you want to fire. So I went ahead, went online to the NEX website. And if you guys visit the site, I'll put a link in the description below, you can actually find instruction booklets. Of course, this comes with instruction manual as well, but for the special versions like the combinations or the alternate builds, they actually have instruction booklets or manuals in the form of PDFs, Adobe Acrobat file formats, and they actually have the instructions there, so go download it and check it out. So that's what I did. Before I actually started the build though, I took a look and I realized that it's actually made for right-handers, so I had to take my time and kind of swap everything on the fly as I was building it. So those of you who have followed me on Instagram have already seen that I've actually made like a time-lapse video of that, but I'll just share with you guys right after this anyway. But that's basically what I did. The reason why it took so long is because I had to keep referring back to the manual on my laptop, and I had to keep on imagining it in the mirror image so I could have it for my left hand. So check it out. Welcome back, and this is the finished product. I know that I didn't actually show you guys a finished product in the Instagram video, but here it is. It's for lefties, as you can see, and the reason why is because of the firing mechanism, and it it's very gimmicky. I kind of regret blowing so much money on this. This is technically $60, 60 SYK. Just for a 2-barrel pistol style shooter, and this is how it works. You fire the green barrel with this trigger over here, the green trigger, and you fire the orange barrel with your thumb by lifting it up, which is interesting. Very interesting. I had some problems if firing this one, especially getting this to catch when I followed the instructions. Even though I flipped it back just to try it a couple of times, and I flipped it again for my own lefty orientation, I had to just freestyle this part, and I kind of just, I guess, reoriented everything and then just built my own, so it's fired by this way. The thing about the manual is really strange. They don't actually tell you how to fire it. They don't actually tell you pull it back and then squeeze the trigger and stuff like that. Now the biggest gripe I have about this, apart from the fact that it's pretty flimsy actually, is that if you're in the heat of the moment and you're firing a blaster, most of the time we just fire and we let go. Now when you do this, there's a very high chance that the firing mechanism from where it releases the catch, it might slip out, and that's gonna be quite a hassle, because you have to kind of like try and adjust it back and everything, like exactly like that. See, so it's out now. This thing is just not doing anything. You look at the lime green piece, like it's out of where it should be. So the only thing I would say is I wish that there was some kind of a clip or like a lock to hold it in place. Now I'll show you guys what the lock that they had planned while building this. Let me just make sure I get this back in place. Now you guys can see what kind of a hassle it is, right? Okay, so test fire. Alright, so these two black knobs over here, these two are the ones that are supposed to prevent the trigger from moving back too much, as you can see. But even if you move it back, plastic bends a bit, and you push it with a little bit too far, it drops out exactly like that. See? Comes right out. I hope that you guys can actually see in the camera. I'll try and show you guys again. I gotta line it up and then test the trigger. Okay, so this is when it is in the correct position. As you can see, at a squeeze trigger, it moves in and it presses onto the firing pin. I would call it a firing pin because it's kind of like it's releasing the catch mechanism. But once you push this too far, it slips right out. As you can see now, it's kind of loose, but if you push it back, it drops right out like this. So now I can't even squeeze the trigger because it's not sitting in the correct position. It's just pressing against the wall. But if you get it to, like, say for example, a position like this, as you can see, it's completely out of position. You're not even doing anything. So that's the thing I really hate the most about this. Alright, I'm gonna just line this back up and I'm gonna give you guys a quick firing demonstration. I know a lot of you are interested in looking at the darts. I'll just show you guys the NEX darts. These are the NEX K-Force darts, and I really like them. They are pretty solid. The tips feel like they are made out of the material that is used for suction cups, but it's like in this, it looks like honeycombish kind of build. I don't know what this is called, but it's like a very interesting structure. I'm just gonna give you guys a quick firing demonstration using the NEX blaster or the NEX darts in this combo blaster. So ARs are all intact. Everything is basically stock except for the way I built it. It's not exactly the way they wanted me to build it, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to fire this way so that you guys can see the firing mechanism. Okay, so thumb is for this. You can see it presses this in like that, and for the green one you've already seen already. So I'll just fire off at this ball over here first and second. Alright, so I'll squeeze this green trigger first. Oh, it came right out. Look, it just came right out. Damn, that sucks. Okay, I gotta line it up again. Sorry guys, this is the thing I hate the most about it. Okay, here we go. Ready? First one, second one. That's how it works basically. Okay, so thumb, index finger. Very interesting, very interesting setup. And I think that if this was a bit more sturdy and if the priming wasn't so iffy, it'd be a lot better. Now the reason why it slipped out is because when you prime the green one, sometimes your index finger grabs onto the lever itself, as you can see. Alright, so that's when it actually slips out. So you want to kind of just find a medium right in between, just prime it this way. Oh man, it still came out anyway. Oh, I know why. Okay, let me explain it to you guys. Damn, I'm finding this out like on the fly. The bottom of the ring is hitting onto this light blue part, so it pulls the trigger back. That kind of sucks. So I gotta prime it upwards like that. Okay, so anyway, let's go again. Another 2 shots from a Connects K-Force dart. Alright. This time I'll try my best to fire both at the same time while maintaining a grip. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's not so bad. Couldn't get it exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna just show you guys firing demonstration using Nerf Elite Streamlines. Okay, so first barrel. I'll just tilt it this way so you guys can see. And then second one. Right, and the next 2 darts I'll be using are the ACC nipple darts, which are all the craze right now. Apparently, I think there's supposed to be a Gen 2. So here we go. First one, second one. I think that trajectory of the nipple darts aren't so good in this particular blaster. So here we go. I'll give you guys a quick close-up of this. Alright, after building this, there will be some leftover parts. I have an extra orange grip, which is a little bit uncomfortable because of these markings over here. They try to make it have that, you know, the metal cover kind of a motif, but it's biting a bit into my hand, so I don't really find that too comfortable. But the grip itself, the way it's contoured, I like that a lot. So I might just sand these down and then use the grip for another project in the future. I don't know. All in all, I think that this blaster honestly was a pretty fun build. I've never had any Connects kind of building set before in my life. I was always a Lego kid. I was never really into Lego that much as well, but I did have a couple of techniques, you know, cars and motorbikes, and I used to build Lego houses like every other kid did, but I kind of stopped when video games came in, so I was a video gaming kid. Yeah, but I have to say that at this age, this is pretty interesting. It's a bit flimsy, so I don't know if anyone will actually, you know, want to bring this out to a war, because, you know, when things get really exciting, you know, and adrenaline is pumping, just run around, and I don't even know if you could really take the speed of, you know, when you're running. I'm just afraid that this thing will just slip out of place or something, but everything snaps in very nicely. As I guess as a blaster that you don't really run around with, if it's just to, you know, just to aim and fire at stuff and targets and everything, it's fine. I think, like, I kind of like it, the customizability and all that. Looks very ghetto. Looks really like a building block set, and maybe in the future someone could come up with something really elaborate, like really sturdy and really amazing, like, you know, if you just keep adding a few more layers and making it heavier and making it more sturdy. I don't know, but yeah, that's my review of this guy. So yeah, and we have come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a little bit short because I've been wanting to do this for you guys for a long time, this particular video. You guys already know I actually posted my Instagram video quite some time back, at least a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, maybe even a month, I don't know, I forget. But it's been sitting up there in the corner waiting to be reviewed, and now that it's done, what I will probably do is just disassemble everything and use like the firing mechanism. I'll use the triggers, I use the grips, all for spare parts for future projects if ever, because honestly performance is pretty okay. It fires about a, you know, like an elite blaster-ish kind of performance. Yeah, so I think it's like a little jolt. Pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure that if anyone has these, they can actually just use it for like a wrist kind of a firing mechanism, where you just actually hook something onto the firing pin and just press it in. I think it's pretty cool. So very much like a jolt, like one of those Iron Man Avengers blasters. I just did this, guys, but that's not how I do it. Never mind. Yeah, so stay tuned for the next video. I have quite a lot of things that I have to review. Some 3D printed stuff coming along this way. I have stopped accepting questions for the AMA questions video, so stay tuned for the AMA answer video. Alright, should be coming out in about a week. I'll do my best because I want to give you guys a really properly edited video. Alright, then till the next episode, I guess I'll catch you guys then. Have a great week, everyone. Drills pay the bills and teamwork makes the dream works. Peace. Bad boy.
come, milk.